Welcome back to another episode of the Gen Y podcast with Haika and Mutesh, a podcast for millennials, by millennials, but everyone's invited.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah?
Yes.
Happy again.
Oh, always happy.
Yeah, I know, right? What do you be? Why?
Oh, shit. I'm
Yeah.
alive. I'm alive. I'm
Yeah.
well.
Okay.
I'm healthy.
Yeah.
I'm glowing.
Yeah,
No?
yeah, as usual. That one, it's okay. We know why. So we'll move on from that.
Yeah.
How's your week been?
It's been okay.
Yeah.
I was watching a series called The Average Joe or Average Joe.
I think
Have
I've
you
heard of
heard of
it.
it?
Yeah, I think I've heard of it. Yeah.
It's bomb.
Yeah?
It's really nice.
Okay.
You need to watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's about a guy who's average, I
Yeah,
guess.
an average guy.
How is that interesting?
Wait.
Oh.
But the dad passes away.
Uh-huh.
And then now the dad Kumbe was into some drug shit.
Okay.
And then now things just took a twist.
Okay.
Yeah. It's really nice.
Okay. That
Yeah.
sounds interesting. What if you found out your folks were her?
What?
Like this whole time you didn't know?
They had $10 million
Yeah.
just hiding somewhere in a Lamborghini.
Yeah. There was another film back in the day where this kid finds out his neighbor was like a Nazi or something. That's an old film. But I was like, that's
A
interesting.
Nazi.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Like,
not nice.
yeah, so it's like a Nazi who's like been hiding out like in America and like just next door.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah?
How was your week?
Ask your folks.
Eh,
It
no,
might be-
my folks
be
are
something
very
there.
innocent.
Lay everything out. I don't want any surprises.
And you?
My week is not bad. Although I think I'm already failing my
Chess?
no.
What?
My working out.
Oh, you're working out?
Yeah.
You've
My
quit?
running. I haven't quit. I just didn't go to like today because
Oh,
like
that's fine.
my groin was hurting. I was like,
What
listen,
do you mean?
I know.
Wait.
Look, my body,
Explain
it's been a
yourself.
week and my body is like, we don't like what you're doing.
But
Stop it.
the hot water bottle does not work anymore. So how is
Yeah.
your brain not working?
No, I think I just slept funny.
Okay.
Yeah, but actually that's not what happened in this week.
Okay.
Do you know, I just found out TikTok lives in Kenya are not
Working.
the banned.
Yeah, they've been banned.
What do you mean?
Yeah, tap the screen, tap the screen.
Wait, but how did I not know this?
Hey, it was banned a while back.
Really?
Nights a week?
Yeah, because I went now to TikTok. I was like, wait, actually, I haven't seen Tap for a while.
Yeah. They're not making no money now.
Just because our
Because
president
they're
was like, hey.
They don't
stop
want people to make money by any means necessary.
Okay, but here's my problem with that story. Because it's usually like some parents who just like get upset at you. Oh, my kids are seeing what. Look, and I remember I mentioned I didn't like that content. I thought it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
But that is someone's free speech.
Yes.
If you don't want it, imagine you don't have to watch it.
And then
No one's
right
forcing
now,
you.
guys are making money by any means
Yeah,
necessary. Like,
exactly.
That TikTok, guys have made a lot of money from
Yeah,
TikTok.
yeah.
So banning it, banning the lives was
That's
a low blow.
silly. And it happens every once in a while in Kenya where like people are outraged by whatever it is.
and then they do this knee-jerk
Yes,
thing.
and usually it's from like parents like, it's the kids. And I'm always like, the kids are yours.
Exactly.
It's up to you
Exactly.
to like monitor what they do. You give them a phone, you give them internet, then you say, that is going to take care of you and take care of, like, it's now the nanny. No. There's ways you can actually monitor what your kids
Everything.
do. Yeah.
Like everything they download, everything
Yes.
they text, everything they post.
So if you're too
everything.
lazy, don't like take it out on like,
Yeah.
hey, people are enjoying tapping. Just leave them alone. Let them enjoy.
Tap.
Tap. I was
Share.
really, but I really hated watching it. No, but to be honest, but like, eesh. Anyway, let
So are you
people
going
do
to
their
go
thing.
back to running?
No, I will.
Okay.
So as soon as my groin decides to behave,
Oh.
and my body says, okay, fine.
Okay. Maybe it's just telling you, bro.
It's always protesting.
Bro,
It's
you're like,
always.
I need a girl.
Yeah.
I need a girl
Something.
to ride.
Wait, why? Why is that gone there?
Oh,
Eh?
okay.
Hey.
My bad.
Gosh, and you have a guest here and this is how you're presenting yourself.
We have a guest today.
That voice, eh?
Yeah,
Hey.
so deep.
No, I feel like I should be talking like this. Shit.
I'm enjoying the band.
I feel slightly insecure. Welcome.
Cheers, guys.
Would you mind letting us know who you are?
I am Maurice Matheka, a
Yes.
sexologist.
Yes.
A guy who loves humor.
Yes.
A guy who definitely loves to empower the vagina.
Oh, nice.
And I'm enjoying. I have a feeling this is going to be a very thrillful band.
Excellent.
I cannot wait to hear how you. Yes. do things to the vagina.
Can I please read his sweatshirt?
Please do.
Team Masimba. Endorphins released in the workplace cause nipples to harden as vaginas to throb.
What?
Oh, yes.
Excuse me.
Vaginas love to throb. They need to throb. They deserve to throb.
Okay. Dang.
I need that voice to make that sound sexy. See what I do? It sounds like. You're gonna have to explain all that.
Yeah.
But before we get to that,
Yes.
how's your week been in adulting?
My week has been good because I've been doing what I love most. When I'm not socializing, I'm socializing with the vagina by conditioning it
Okay.
and making sure that there's one more woman who can own our ability to orgasm.
Okay.
So that's been my week so far.
Excellent.
I think we'll definitely dive into all that
Excellent.
in just a second. But again, you are a guest in the inner sanctum of the millennials.
Right?
You can't just enter the inner sanctum and just start talking. We have to prove
Right.
that you're a millennial.
Are
You
you?
know, it's like a rite of passage to
Right.
get to sit and talk. Yeah.
Okay.
So there is a
There are
little.
parts of my bodies there are. Yes. Especially my tongue.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yes.
So what we're gonna do? We're gonna do a little thing we like to call
Yes.
the missing lyrics, because we feel that's the easiest way to determine a millennial.
Missing lyrics.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Or a
Yes.
millennial ally.
Fair enough. Yes.
Why do I feel like this is a trap?
So it's very simple. I give you a few lines from a song, and then
Yeah.
blank. And then
There
fill in
you
the blank.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see failure in the mist.
Listen, you cannot be worse than this
Ooh,
lady
you can't
right
be
here.
worse than
You
me.
cannot.
No, I
Don't
can't.
worry,
No.
Maurice.
At this particular moment,
I probably have a PhD in worse.
yeah, okay.
Thank you.
Let's see what happens.
But points wise, she's
Yes.
literally like minus 200.
Okay.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah,
All
no,
right.
but we'll keep it count. Minus
Okay.
200.
So this music was composed when?
So this is all music from mostly the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s.
Right.
So it's music that we should all know.
right.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Yeah. Yes. Easy.
Apparently.
Very easy.
Apparently.
Okay.
Very easy. Very easy. Very easy.
Okay.
So there's 2 points for knowing the missing lyrics and 1 point for knowing who sang it and the name of the song.
Okay.
basically. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Right.
I feel this is even a shame on me. This is so easy. I like big butts and I cannot lie.
Wow.
You other brothers can't deny that when a girl walks in with an itty bitty waist, blank.
Yeah, I'm also blank.
Wow.
Me too,
Oh,
bro.
what?
Me too. I'm very
I thought this was so easy.
I don't. What? Let me just say it again.
Say
I
it again.
like big butts and I cannot lie. You other brothers can't deny that when a girl walks in with an itty bitty waist, blank.
You know what? You're right. I should know it.
I thought that this was so easy.
I don't know.
Even you don't know?
No.
Hold on.
Every time I think I'm just...
Maybe sing it.
I can
Can you rap
literally
it?
see the guy
Yeah.
rapping
Yes.
it, and I'm
Heavy
like,
D.
it's an 80s thing.
Stop. Heavy D. Oh my God. You see why? This
Oh
is,
my
that's
God.
minus 250 now already.
It's who is it?
So no idea?
No, I can hear the voice, but no, the name is not coming.
That is Sir Mix-a-Lot.
So mix a lot.
Baby Got Back.
Oh, God.
The
yeah.
missing lyric is...
You are right.
Alright.
Yeah.
I like big butts and I cannot lie. You other brothers can't deny that when a girl walks in with an itty bitty waist and a round thing in your face, you get sprung.
I was going to remember those lyrics.
No.
I was going to remember that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not fair. Give him an easy
okay. This is like my trajectory for these questions has completely changed because I was like, oh, this is going to be...
No.
Oh, so I need easier.
one. Yes.
Okay. Song number 2. Bop. Bada. Do bop. Bidia. Do bop.
Fuck.
Bada. Do blank.
It's a chick. Or it's a dude who you sound like a chick. You never know the ages. But I think it's a chick. I think she's white. I'm trying to think. God. I can even see the video on Top of the Pops. God, the names. God.
Bap, 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 do.
Yeah.
Bap.
I can't remember the artist. Oh, the name! It's flashed. And I think her name. It sounds like it's It sounds like an animal you'd find in Australia.
A didgeridoo being that. Cool.
I can't remember the name. Oh, it's not coming. It's.
Well, it's actually 3 people.
It's a group.
It's a group.
Okay.
Yeah, but the lead singer, I can see the lead singer.
Well, they look like girls, but they're actually 3 boys.
What?
Called Handsome.
You see, that's why I told you.
Handsome.
It's either the guy.
No clue. Even Haika was there. Like,
Yeah.
they were, they were boys, right?
Oh boy.
Oh, gosh.
Okay.
What was the name of the song?
I can't. No.
Well, I was thinking it. Mbop.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. It could not have been that straightforward.
So we've established that music is not your thing. Clearly.
It's okay, Maurice. We're
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
We're together.
Yo, like this one. It's
Yeah.
Music is my thing.
Yeah? That's... Okay, which kind of music? Maybe it's like folk music, yodeling, like maybe that's why. I should have noted. Yeah.
Now, if you had come up with stuff done by Lionel Richie,
Yeah.
Teddy Pendergrass,
Yeah.
Luther Vandross,
I
Keith
feel you,
Washington.
Maurice. Yes.
Now, I'd have
Stop
known
lying.
those.
Tell him.
Like, look at this one. It doesn't matter which song. It doesn't matter.
No. This
Even
one.
if she wrote a song, she probably wouldn't remember her lyrics.
Oh.
She's that bad. All right. Since that's not going to help us get to know you better,
Okay.
we do have some quick fires. Just random questions.
Right.
You don't have to dive deep into the answers. You don't have to dive deep into the answer. You just
Yeah, no need to think hard about
Yeah.
them.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Ready?
Okay.
Chicken or beef?
Chicken.
Film or reading?
Film.
How long do you think you'd survive a zombie apocalypse?
A week.
Oh, that's not bad. Least favorite smell?
Menu perspire.
Wow. Okay.
Fair enough. Who knows you best?
Me.
Yeah. What is your go-to karaoke song?
My way.
Oh, which one? Asha?
No.
Oh.
Frank Sinatra.
Oh, nice.
Asha was born the other day.
He was.
My bad.
And what is one thing you cannot go a day without?
Thinking about sex.
Thinking about. So you
Thank
think?
you for being honest.
Yeah.
Unlike someone here.
What? So wait, sex is like a big part of your life.
Yes.
Yeah. When did you discover that? Did it hit you like this is me?
Probably when I was showering with one of our house helps when I was pretty young.
Oh, wow.
And then she had the biggest breasts I'd ever seen.
Why was she showering
Let's
with you?
just, you're not going to just pass that. Explain.
Whenever my mum would fuck off somewhere, I'd always invite our house helps to shower with me. So this particular one, I'll never forget.
Yeah.
Her name was Nyambura. She had a really massive tits.
Okay.
And then back then when I was young,
Yeah.
a house girl wasn't like what we call a house girl today. A house girl was my mum's friend's niece
From
who's
Shags.
just finished school.
Yes. Yeah.
And she's just looking for
Some work. Or
yeah.
something.
So no, but you see, she's learned, obviously older than me,
Yeah.
and she's pretty. Yeah, it's and yeah, even though she may be from Shags, but she went to school.
Yeah.
So she has conversation, and even when I was young, I was pretty persuasive. So I'd tell them, Mom's gone, so like, can we shower together? And they would resist, but not for too long. I was very pushy. Yeah. And then we'd end up showering together. And I remember her tits like it was yesterday. And that was a very long time ago.
When you say young, how young? How old were you?
I was probably 7 or 8.
Wow. Okay. So did you know?
Okay, first and foremost, and I can only speak for myself.
Yeah.
Parents think we're idiots because we're 8.
Yeah.
I knew what vagina was.
Right. That's what I was
Yeah.
gonna ask.
I knew what titties were.
Yeah.
I started to feel an erection when I was pretty young.
Yeah.
The good thing is I didn't live a childhood where I could not speak my mind. If anything, I remember my late dad always used to say, "You're allowed to poke holes into things." All pun intended.
Oh, okay.
You're allowed to question things and speak your mind because only sheep follow.
Yeah.
So I've never been sheep. So I knew I had an attraction to a female.
Yeah.
Didn't quite understand how it works. until the day I actually literally now had penetrative sex.
Yeah.
And then I thought I was peeing instead of coming because I'd never come before.
Yeah.
These are just stories that people don't talk about because apparently it's taboo.
Yeah.
Yet it's part of life.
Yes, I agree, Maurice.
It's part of life.
Part
The first
of
time I
life.
ejaculated, I actually thought I'm just about to pee.
Yeah.
Yes, and this is going to be the most embarrassing shit
you
ever.
don't know any other feeling.
Yes, from your urethra, other than pee.
Yeah.
But when I noticed, oh my God, I actually produced semen, this is an accomplishment.
Yeah.
I hope I produced a lot more.
Yeah.
And when you're young, your ejaculate feels like you're in space. It's the best thing ever. So I just wanted to ejaculate everywhere.
I say, like, my theory is like, I equate it to like, I remember we were talking about kind of being high and chasing a high.
Yes.
So like the first time you get high, you've never experienced anything like that.
Exactly.
You're always chasing it.
Exactly.
I think it's kind of like the same with ejaculating because you're like, I need to get that feeling again. But you'll never get that first
Ejaculation
feeling again. But
Yeah,
you're always chasing
so
it.
after showering with many of our house helps, my mother at some point discovered, and then she changed them into men.
Oh, okay.
She was like, hey, Maurice.
It was the saddest day ever.
It's just a guy looking at you, don't you dare. I am not going to get in the shower with you.
Luckily, I didn't want them to shower with me either. So, yeah.
So was your first sexual experience, not just the showering, the penetrative sex, was it with one of the house helps? Or that was just...
Later.
No,
that was just showering.
it was with one of my mom's friends,
Oh, okay.
but she didn't know that.
Oh, okay.
So this age gap, how old is this mom's friend? And how young were you? Would you know?
I was 13. What do you mean, would I know?
How old she was?
How old she was?
Yeah.
Probably in her late 20s.
Okay.
Okay.
And your mom never found out?
No.
So that was your first penetrative sexual experience?
Correct.
And that was there like a takeoff from there? Like now it was just, I need to find out more. I need to experience and experiment and all this kind of stuff?
No.
Or-
I mean, once I had that, then I realized why I look at females a certain way.
Yeah.
You need to understand that I transformed from the boy who was very protective over my toys.
Yes.
So from the ages of probably 2 to around maybe 8, 9, I didn't like girls. Because I thought girls just wanted to play with my toys.
Yeah.
Again, they clearly started playing with the right toys later on in life. But when I was young, I just didn't want them anywhere near my toys and my Legos and stuff.
Yes.
So I was known to either be rude or push a girl off. Little did I know that later on I'd really want them to play with my toys.
Come back.
Play
with whatever you want.
I'm not going to dismiss you. Play with my toy as long as you want. Yeah. So that was later in life. So that transition and then having the first ejaculate inside a woman was like, wow.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
Yeah.
Who created this?
Yes.
And from then it was just like, now I knew that I could be a man. And then I did have my older peers, my cousins and stuff like that, who kind of explained things.
Yeah.
I remember there's a time when there's a girl I liked. And then when you're a certain age, girls you like older guys. And there's a time one of my cousins said, I know you're sad, but look at it this way. One day you're going to be the older guy. And
True.
I'll tell you this. Once I became the older guy, I tore into young guys. For the shit that happened to me, I had to fuck up not just one guy, but many guys.
Right. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah,
And the circle continues.
Yeah. And I did it more of a thrill.
Yeah.
Because and the thing is, I was the kind of guy who'd even go to the young guy, and like me, I just saw the girl that I liked in a car with an older guy, and that old guy never came to teach me that this is part of life. But I'm able to tell that young guy, like, I've fucked your girlfriend, but you know what? One day you'll fuck somebody else's girlfriend, and life continues.
This is the weirdest passing down of a torch I've ever seen, right? Yeah.
Yes, but guess what? It's reality.
Yeah.
Yes, there's I don't know about you guys, but it's related to what you were discussing in regards to that parent who has now made sure that TikTok Live no longer exists. I feel that as the years move on, as we evolve as humans, the society has become weak. We're not hardening people.
I agree.
There's nothing wrong with me telling a young boy, that you're allowed to be hurt and it's your time to be hurt.
Yes.
Do you see what I'm saying? At your age, the experiences. Whereas today, I don't understand why you're graduating from class 2 to 3 with a graduation gown.
Why? It doesn't make sense.
I don't understand why
Achievements.
you are
Mini achievements.
number 11 in class and you're being told you're a winner.
Yeah.
We're not training these kids. We think we're doing them a favor by making sure that all of you are winners. You know what? On paper, in Disney World, sounds great. But the minute we let them loose in the real world, mommy's not there, daddy's not there to hold your hand. The real world tells you you're not good enough.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right.
All my life I was told I was good enough. Now the world is telling me I'm not good enough. I'm going to go and buy a machete and kill everyone. I'm going to go and buy a gun and kill everyone.
Yeah.
Because how dare you tell me I'm not good enough, yet I graduated from class 4 to class 5. Yes, and I had so much photos. And when I got home, there was a cake and stuff. And I got new toys. Yet I was number 15 in class of 17. We're teaching people to be soft.
Yep.
We're actually losing the sense of humanity. Humanity, part of it is hardship.
Yep. I agree.
We were not spoon-fed.
I agree.
I can tell you, when my dad threw me to the UK, because that's exactly, I'm quoting exactly what he said. You know what? You're becoming a bit of a naughty guy here in Kenya. Can you imagine that? Somebody is taking you to UK for you to as punishment.
That's very interesting.
Which I understood why, because here, I was under his roof. But I still had all the privileges that I wouldn't have in the UK. So in the UK, you're told, I have money. You are broke. I'm going to give you a stipend to survive, not to enjoy.
Yeah.
So you need to go to a job center and apply for the jobs the students do in the UK.
Quite
If you don't do that, then you're not going to be able to shop like people in the UK every week. So it's teaching you responsibility, which in Kenya, I would not have had, because in Kenya, my responsibility was, how often can I steal his car? How often can I go through his pocket and steal some money that he won't notice? And then he adds me some more money when I'm actually going out. So now I have a K, which back then a K was a lot of money. Do you see what I'm saying? But when you go to the UK, there's none of that. Now in the UK, I'm looking at every pound I make is value.
That's interesting, Maurice. He was also thrown to the UK because he was also going through it. He was just being a nuisance.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When police stop you and a Volvo that's supposed to have 5 guys has 11 people and some of them are in the boot. Now I see why I was thrown to the UK. You see what I'm saying? There you get responsibility. And you can't call home to cry because we were not taught to do that. There's no way. I would never call my dad and tell him, Dad, I'm broke. He'd be like, oh, you are? How did that happen? What happened to your money? Were you mugged? And if you were, please prove it. Do you have like a police report of the mugging? Unless you have all these documentation, sort yourself out. Go flip burgers at Burger King. Go to McDonald's. Go work at a factory. Learn to be a man. That's what we were taught. We're not taught. You're going to class 2. Yay! And you are number 22. Oh, we love you. You've so much succeeded. That's the crap we're teaching kids today.
I agree, Maurice.
Dude, I remember doing, the holding the sign. For like, go here for, so it was a comedy club. And I had to hold a sign and like, it was a Saturday night on a busy London street and like...
Everyone else was going out.
Everyone's going out, enjoying themselves, and they're coming, hey, tell us a joke, mate. I'm like, I'm not the comedian. Go to the club. I'm telling you where to go for the jokes. Not here. But like, here you see someone holding a sign and you go, okay, hardship, I guess. That's, by the way, that's a career job.
Yes.
It's an
everyday part of the process.
Yeah. You just have to do it. You know what I mean? Otherwise, you're not surviving.
And no one looks down at you. No. At all. You just do your thing. Like, I've worked in factories. If I explain to Kenyans, I worked in a factory. And not one, but many. And I saw so many things. And I'm glad I did it because today, I don't look down at the waitress. No. The other day, somebody said something. I got so pissed off on her behalf that when the guy looked at me, he could see that if I could, I'd hit them. They looked away. They felt ashamed. How do you call a waitress ati we kasichana kuja hapa.
Maurice.
Kasichana.
Let me tell you, Maurice.
Dude.
I've been on a date with a guy like that. It didn't go far. It didn't go far.
Oh, this was the guy, the Congolese guy.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Why are you calling her kasichana?
Yeah, I was like,
Because she works in a club or at Java or at Art Cafe. That's a job.
Yeah.
She's doing something.
But you know,
she's earning.
Kenyans, like, even if you just have a slightly higher social standing, quote unquote, that's enough to belittle someone. You know what I
which
mean?
is not right.
It is.
For example, in the student union, I was a bouncer for a year. I can tell you this. It was one of the most social, amazing experiences of my life. I got so much pussy, I didn't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And these are from girls I never thought would
You would
talk to
smash.
me.
Yeah.
Because I used to play rugby, so I had a certain build and blah, blah, blah.
Yes.
And then the thing is, the minute you tell them, I'm from Kenya, Africa.
Yeah.
He's even African.
Mandingo
Wow.
man.
I've never had an African inside me.
Ooh.
Blah, 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 blah. And all because I was a bouncer.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You go to a cop station, you literally get a certificate to be a bouncer. Not here where you just call a guy because he's
Buff.
Big.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the guy who ends up
eats
being
ugali
one of their
and
patrons.
all the
Because
time,
he's
yeah.
not trained how to deal with certain or to read certain scenarios.
Yeah.
So all those experiences for me were like, wow, this is amazing.
Yeah.
So you were in the UK, in late teens? Or early 20s?
I got to the UK when I was turning 20. I got there when I was 19.
Oh, okay. Yes. So in terms of your sexual kind of exploration,
Yes.
was there a change when you got there? Like, was there a complete difference when you got to the UK, and what was that like?
I was on a mission.
Yeah.
I was on a mission to find out if vaginas from around the world are any different.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, and I had this conversation. It was a very premeditated conversation with one of my cousins. He said, "You can't go to the UK and just stick around Kenyans."
Makes
You
sense.
know how some Kenyans.
Makes sense.
We just used to just hang out.
I've met Kenyans who've been in the UK for 30 years,
They just hang out with
and
Kenyans.
that guy just hangs out with
the other
Kenyans.
Kenyans. Yeah.
So he's never met friends who've invited him. Hey, let's go over to Spain.
Yeah.
And when you're a student, it's pretty cheap to go to Spain or Portugal. So you don't get to experience other places. You can't live in another country and look like you're still in Nairobi. That doesn't make sense.
But there was just
don't-
Kenyan parties, Kenyan everything, Kenyan.
No,
you
I
just
went
all
for
together.
them. I went for them.
Yes.
But you see, I went with them and then I happened to have a Jungu chick or a Spanish chick or a chick from Sweden or whatever. Okay, Kenyans will sneer at you, especially the women. But I'm thinking, but you're not giving it up either. Just saying.
Yeah, like you're not giving it up.
You're not giving it up. Like, what the hell? You want us to just stare at each other? Like, and here, she's like, I want you and I want you back.
You
guys are feeling hot. And we're from the same country. Went to the same schools.
Oh my.
You can't feel hot for me. And the reason why you're sneering is she looks hot.
Yeah.
And she's kinky as fuck. You know what I'm saying? And the truth is this. For a black woman to be kinkier than a white woman, you really need to be kinky.
Oh.
I'm saying this from experience.
Okay.
So you're saying white women are more kinky than black?
They're more kinky.
Yeah.
They're more willing to do naughty shit. Like if a black woman does naughty shit, black women can do naughty shit.
Yeah.
But the work you have to put in for her to open up, you might need therapy.
Actually, we did do a kinky fetish episode. So actually, no, most black people, women would not have done any of those things. No.
that we said.
So you see, so it's not black people can't do it. It's just the work you have to put in. She needs to be like, you know what? I need to know you. I need to trust you, blah, blah, blah. Whereas a white chick is like, I'm here. So can we do this? It doesn't make her cheap. It just makes her
There's two
more
of us
willing
girls
Yeah.
and
to
a
be
couple.
playful.
And open-minded.
And sometimes I don't have 90 days to wait for you to figure it out.
90 days? Does that still exist?
It does, by the way.
Oh.
Yes, people still wait for 90 days.
Yeah.
Yes,
What?
for real.
Even in this Nairobi.
Yeah. Well, no, maybe Nairobi. I don't know.
No. Okay, there is a segment of Nairobi
Okay.
that waits for 90 days.
Oh, wow.
I've met guys
to look
who
for those guys, hang out
literally
with them.
took 3 years
Yeah.
to get the coochie.
And then once they got it, they ran away, yeah?
Of course.
Yeah.
But they ran away not because they wanted to run away. They ran away because they just didn't have sexual compatibility. You know, those are the things that people overlook.
And
you
yes,
and I can
Maurice.
tease each other. We can be creative, but our bodies just do not sync. It doesn't mean that you are bad in bed or I'm bad in bed. It's just our bodies were not meant for each other. It's as simple as that.
Preach.
But people think because we've had this solid period of flirting, I know your mind, you know my mind. Yes, but we also know our siblings' mind. Are we having sex with our siblings? No. So seriously, there's one thing that doesn't go with the other. So after 3 years, we realize we should have just tested this 3 years ago because clearly it's been a waste of 3 years.
Yeah. Sexual compatibility.
And sexual compatibility is not love. People think we need to love each other.
No, it's
We
not.
just, it's there.
Yeah.
And the thing is, you only notice it's there once there's that sync.
Okay.
I can't guarantee I'm your sexual compatible just by us talking. It's not something I can guarantee. It doesn't matter how skilled I am.
Yes.
I'm not skilled enough to take you where you need to be.
Yes.
And even if I take you there, there's a flavor, there's just an energy between us that just says, you're cool, but you're not my flavor.
Agreed. Totally agree.
Yeah, Haika has been like nodding her head off.
But unfortunately, so many couples I've met have had to pretend that they have it because the minute Haika and I get together, I'm not allowed to leave her because that's like I took advantage.
And you've taken so much time. And
Yes, and she's been there for you.
Yeah.
And the way we hear she makes good chapos, dude. How can you do that to this woman? Yeah?
Cooks for you well.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, we don't leave each other, but her story is also like, you know what? If I could outbounce, because sex with this guy is just whack. He's a great personality, but I'm not a cardiologist. I wasn't looking for a good heart.
Yeah.
He seems to have. Her vagina is going like, no. He has a good heart, good personality, but he's
else.
doing nothing for us.
Yeah.
And those are things that people don't
And
converse.
those are needs.
And those
Yes.
are
needs.
a very important need, especially in relationships.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
But to be honest, many relationships are very plastic.
Ooh.
And plastic is, I'm relevant because I can take care of you. We'll never escape the fact that in the African context, I'm supposed to take care of you. Even though you have your own money,
Yeah.
I'm a failure if I can't take care of you. And if, for example, if Kenya gets to know that you are cheating on me with him, but he's taking care of the bills, Kenya will blame me.
Right?
Boss,
Right?
you're not hollering at KPLC.
Yeah, the reason why she
and this guy is.
she stepped out is because you're not playing your part.
Yes.
It's not because she cheated.
Yes. And then when I step out, then you are told you're not playing your part.
Yeah.
Because remember what Matheka said? You're clearly not as kinky as he's used to.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, should you dump you and date a white girl?
Oof.
See, there's always an excuse in our society. Always. So there's a conveyor belt,
Yeah.
and I like breaking that conveyor belt.
Thank you for coming.
I love.
Thank you.
Usually, I'm not told thank you for coming, but you're welcome.
Pun intended.
Breeding kinks. That's a different thing.
Wow. So coming into today's topic
Yes.
is demystifying sex in our 40s.
Okay.
We're about to turn 40, some of us. Okay.
About to?
Okay, in a few
Good
years.
God.
Yes.
In a few years, it's just that creepy. It's just creepy.
We passed it. We already jumped that line.
Yeah.
Aye, wing.
As for him,
Yeah.
it's already
If I may
yeah.
ask the two of you, why is it that people think I'm between 35 and 39?
Your face.
Yet I'm so far from that age.
No,
Your
you look
face.
My face.
Yeah.
Because whenever
You're
I
like
tell
baby
people,
face.
like, you know, I had to show my. this is so weird. I had to for the first time in a very long time, I had to remove my ID to prove I'm 48.
Yeah.
You're 48.
Yes. People said,
Interesting.
no, you can't be. And I'm like, how do 48s look like? They look frail. I'm like, what?
People just imagine, like, as soon as you pass 40, you're basically 1 foot in the grave, so you should look
1 foot
like
in the
death.
grave.
Yeah.
Haggard.
Yeah, you should just look like death. Yeah.
Yet I'm nowhere near that.
Yeah. I don't know why that is.
And you see also my attitude towards life keeps me young.
Yeah.
I don't have the pressures of being a man. I don't need to be told, Maurice, you're a man because you do ABCD. No. I am a man because of my biology. I have a penis and balls. The end.
Full stop. And that's on period.
I pay bills because I need to, because I need electricity. I need water. I need to shower. I don't pay bills to prove I'm a man.
Yeah, I'm a man.
But there are men who, for them, paying bills, I'm a man. Like when that guy pays a bill, he literally gets a psychological erection.
Yeah.
For me, I'm thinking if KPLC could just forget that I live here and I get free electricity, that would be great.
I'm not going to go and be like, no, hey, my manhood is being challenged here. I need to pay my...
Come on, I need to pay that bill.
Here you go.
Yeah.
Yet, for so many men, paying a bill means you're a man. There's a guy who calls a girl for a date and she comes with her friends and he feels obligated as a man to pay for everyone. Let me tell you, unless we're having a threesome or the number of people you came with, if we're not having a gangbang, everyone's paying for themselves.
Since Steve Harvey released that book, and the one where he says men need to provide, profess, protect. Hey,
I love his jokes, but I've never agreed with him when it comes to relationships.
It's blown. Provide, protect, profess.
Would you say the same?
I'm not really a Steve Harvey.
Yeah. I love his comedy.
Yeah.
But I'm not, when he goes into the whole relationship thing.
Yeah. Really.
And you see the thing is, Steve Harvey's context is so easy. It's the easiest one.
Yeah.
It's what society want to hear.
It's what society wants to hear.
Yes. And he's in a position to talk that now.
Yes, now he is.
In late 80s, when he used to go to gigs where he's paid $20, he would not speak that way. If anything, it'd be like,
there's a change in attitudes when
Sorry?
when you get money and stuff.
Exactly. Now you start telling other men, you've got to be a man, you have to pay bills. To be a man, you have to fly your wife to Australia. Dude, there's a time you did not want to see a woman.
Yeah. If
in
you
your
can,
space.
cool. If you can't imagine, don't.
And that's the thing. Don't put so much pressure on either the man or woman. And we have too many things in our society that putting pressure on us.
Yeah.
So what's this 40 years? How do you what's up with 40?
Before we move in there, so we can say that a man is just a guy who has a dick and balls.
Yes.
And a lady is a lady who has a tits and a vagina.
There you go.
And we move on.
And the way you held them.
Well, and everyone's just an individual, I think.
Yes.
Different things.
There you go.
Make them up.
Make them up, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a guy for him, skydiving is what makes him feel human. And that's it. Do you judge them because of that? No. Paying bills for you rocks your world, then maybe you're lost.
Okay. So sexual intimacy in our 40s.
Yes.
Can we talk about that? And does it get better with age?
It gets better. Oh, yeah.
Oh, the voice went deep.
What was the evolution of your sex as you went from your 20s to your 30s to your 40s?
Okay. For me, I feel as if I'm a bit privileged because I've gotten to understand the female body more than most men would. But that's because of the fact that my job and training allows me to understand it. So if I wasn't a sexologist, maybe the answer would be different. All I can say is for my 30s, late 30s, I've never had to ask a woman whether she enjoyed herself.
Okay.
Whereas in your 20s, whether you like it or not, you're wondering, did she enjoy it as much as I think she did?
Yeah.
And then it's for her to tell you, like, wow, that was a really good session.
It was pathetic.
Wow. God. I thought I didn't play too well. Yeah, but as you get older, and especially, you see, the thing is this. There are those men who take a woman's pleasure, like they keenly study it. And I'm one of them. I'm saying this because there are many sexologists around the world. And I've had clients come from other parts of the world. Like when I get clients from the States or from the UK or Canada or Germany or Estonia, I'll ask them like, how did you find a sexologist in Kenya, Africa? Not to belittle Africa, but it's the attitude people have. Like Africa would be the last place to get a certain professionalism. And they'll be like, well, you have passion that other people just do as a job. You literally care about the vagina enough to have understood it the way you do. You see? Like I've had clients who've told me, I went to a therapist who charges $250 an hour versus she flew here and I charged her 50,000 Kenya shillings for 3 hours or 4 hours or whatever. But it was a set fee, which is much cheaper. But that therapist in the West failed her, but some Mukamba from Kilungu here did not. And it's all down to she saw passion, even though she saw it for me vocalizing how I teach a woman about an orgasm. And she trusted me enough to go like, I don't know this guy from Adam, but I'll literally pay a ticket, which is worth more than he's going to charge me to condition my vagina, and come to Kenya and pay for a hotel that may be as close to the fee she's paying, but it's worth the investment. That's when I learned that I'm good at my shit.
Okay.
You need to, it's funny enough, I'm still not the guy who says, like, I won't say I'm amazing. I'm just good at what I do.
Okay.
And that's why I always tell men, don't be good in bed, know what to do in bed. Boys want to be good in bed. Men know what they're doing in bed. There's a difference.
Hello.
Yes. Okay. So wait, so how do you define sexology exactly?
Yes.
It's a breakup of one, human psychology, to how people relate in different relationship settings, what sexuality looks and what it demands in that kind of, like the burdens of having a girlfriend versus having a side chick. When you're with your girlfriend, you may feel that you always have to be your A game.
Yeah.
You have to edit your words. With your side chick, you're allowed to be you. So sexology breaks down why with one person we're rigid and with another we're so free. Like if you look at the Kenyan dynamic is a lot of people are not as free as they should be with their partners.
And that needs to change, please.
Yes, whereas the guy in the office who's also somebody's partner, Matheka, we can talk about anything with that guy.
Yeah.
Like I brought up anal sex and he was cool. Not that he'd want it, but he was cool. If I dare bring up anal sex with my husband at home, the array of questions that come after that. So you go to work to discuss anal sex. So at that seminar, did you fuck somebody? Or did they fuck you?
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, no, I just brought up the conversation as a conversation.
Yeah. They're not free.
They're not free. They're rigid.
Yeah.
And sometimes they're rigid because they also don't want you to pry too much and find out that I'm kinkier than I've sold you. Because I can tell you this, we all socialize. We all end up somewhere, Naivasha, whatever, and you meet different people. And I've met Kenyans on a Monday versus the person I met over the weekend, and they're two different people.
True.
On Monday, a guy's looking at you and going like, wait, Matheka, you and I don't know each other. In fact, I'm not in the circles to know you. So my wife cannot know that you and I know each other. The guy you saw in Nyanyuki, that's when I'm being. There's what I've sold to my wife. And then the funny thing is this, when I meet the wife who's allegedly very traditional, I can't tell this nigga that me, I know your wife in another social circle where she's not that rigid.
So people need to be free with each other. You just be honest with your partner.
But to be honest, maybe another generation, but right now, let's not hold our breath. There's a system that works in Kenya, and that system is, you are my wife.
Yeah.
Other men want to bonk you like no other business. How I look at you is, you're my respectable wife. I want to respect you. I want to cherish us. I'm the waking up and kissing you on the cheek or on the forehead and telling you, babe, I'm so lucky to have you in my life. But there's another chick who knows the real me. Yeah. I never have to tell her she's special. We just do special things together.
I feel Kenya is very surface level stuff. It's very, this is my wife, this is my girlfriend, we are very vanilla, we have sex missionary. Yeah. But that's the vision we want to portray.
Correct.
To the outside world.
Well said. Yes.
But the real people are just we're hiding so much of who we really are. Again, going back to this TikTok thing, It's people just being like, oh no, me, I would never watch such a thing.
We're just there to tap and you're there tapping as well.
They probably know very well about those things. So,
and I can tell you, for example, my profession can only survive in a country, when you look at the African context, it can only survive in a country like Kenya and maybe South Africa. There are many countries where I would not survive a week. I wouldn't.
So
like I would not be accepted.
Yeah.
I would open my mouth and I'd probably be in court.
Yeah. You're saying
for breaking some law.
Taboo. It's a taboo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Taboo.
Yeah.
You're about to destroy the fabric of society.
Yes.
Whereas the things I talk about in Kenya, like I meet so many people and that sometimes I'm like, I wish my Kenyan people would change. I meet too many people who tell me, Matheka, I've booked this session, but if you ask my friends, I always pretend I hate you.
Nice.
But
Chinyamaji, I listen to everything. I agree with you, but my friends would never believe that I'm here having a session with you. Because according to my friends, I'm morally this, morally that. And that Matheka guy even following him is not something I do. Yet, they're always waiting for the next thing I have to say. That means if we're pretentious to that level, can you imagine what's happening in homes? Like he said, we're very vanilla.
Yes.
We're very...
Oh, we pretend to be.
Yes. We're very good at showcasing how morally right we are and family orientated. I want to hold your hand in front of people to show, see, I know how to take care of my woman and we love each other.
Yeah.
Yet, people around us know, this is not you, dude. This is not. I've never seen you holding somebody's hand. Not because you're not that kind of a guy, but that's just not my thing. Whereas with you, I have to hold, which means everything I do with you is so calculated. At some point, it becomes tiring.
Yes.
It just becomes very tiring.
And what can you tell now those partners who are in that space right now? What do they tell their significant other?
The thing is, people fear each other. Unless you're willing to sacrifice it, people would rather shut up. They'd rather wallow in the silence of theirs. And that's why I say there's a system in Kenya. Why break the harmony we have, whatever that looks like? See, let me just get a side person who can thrill me the way I want, instead of just having the conversation with my partner, and we could do this thrill daily. Do you see?
Yeah.
With a side person, it's once in a while.
Yeah.
With you in my life, we can be doing our kinks whenever we want, but it's easier to get a side than me opening up to what I want. That needs to change, but like I said, I wouldn't hold my breath. It won't.
Hey, okay.
So what kind of the majority of people come to see you?
Yes.
What are they coming for you for? In general, this kind of like, what are they kind of looking for?
A solution to a problem they have. It's either a relationship problem, or because I'm known for teaching women how to squirt, it's a woman who's never had an orgasm, or she remembers having an orgasm with one guy, or one guy got to the point where she squirted. She was a bit high, so she can't remember what he did, and she's called him up, and he's like, see me, I just do what I usually do. I don't know anything special. And they're no longer in each other's space. So you find that guy left with her ability to squirt. But now she's saying, I have a man, and instead of gallivanting around looking for other solutions, condition my vagina so that now I own that ability. So with the 2-5 minutes my man has, because I don't need him to be a mandingo, because he'll never be a mandingo, I can actually have one orgasm. I'm not looking for 20. If you can fulfill that solution, she's good. And that's what a lot of my clients want.
So you can do that. You can condition the vagina
Yes.
to orgasm.
Yes. Even with that guy who's not very good.
And then she goes and sleeps with her partner or whoever.
Yes. And she has an orgasm, which she could never do before. Why? Because we romanticize sex, yet our biology is flesh, it's meat.
Yeah.
But we don't look at it. We look at the romantic version of man and woman, boy and girl. We don't look at the fact that you love. We don't look at the fact that the vagina is a muscle. Take away the whole sex thing, the vagina is a muscle. It has to respond to the person giving it stimulus, because it only responds to stimulus. None of our sexual organs will ever know we're in a relationship.
Yes.
They only respond to stimulus. And the great thing is, around the world, there's so many tests that have proved that. For example, there's one where a wife was told that your husband is going to be among 5 men who are going to come and stimulate your vagina, but you're going to be blindfolded. You'll be naked in a room. You'll be sat on an elevated table so that they can reach your vagina.
Interesting.
So she knows this is going to happen.
Yeah.
And she's part of this study. And in her brain, she's thinking, I know my man.
Yeah.
And what's making her think that way is this love thing. When we love somebody, we always tell each other, I'll know my person because they're the most special thing ever. So the 5 men walked into the room and she was told, tell us who your man is. Now in her head, how she equates this is, my man knows me so well, so he's going to give me amazing pleasure.
Yeah.
So she says, number 3, that's him. Even his touch, I know it so well, that's him. And she's smiling. She's told, okay, now remove the blindfold. Okay, where the fuck is my man? Your man is sat at the corner of the room watching.
He wasn't even one of the
He wasn't even one of the people,
So
the
her
panelists.
face now is like all these questions of, oh my God, he's going to judge me. Oh my God, he's going to leave me.
And his face is like,
I
the fuck?
yeah. And what this trial was teaching them is you think you know each other based on an emotion. You need to understand that your bodies respond to stimulus. If that was a tickling contest, no one would have said, how dare you laugh more with that person than you laugh with me.
Yeah.
You'd have just been like, babe, you laughed. Like, that game was a really thing. You would have a joke. But because it's sexual,
It's different.
and sexuality between 2 people based on a monogamous thought process is sacred. But they didn't have much of a problem really, because they kind of had a snippet of what could happen.
Yeah.
After all, they signed up for this. So it was not a surprise to anyone.
Yeah.
But then their bond grew stronger when they realized, can we relinquish this love thing and really get to understand each other? Now, really, let me feel how your tongue feels on my vagina. For real. I usually look at your tongue as a love thing, because that's my guy. I know he's there. But I've never looked at it, what if my vagina just liked a certain type of tickling? So now you go home and you blindfold one another. So now you're only using the sense of touch and feeling that touch, which a lot of couples are never taught. We rely on love.
Yeah. Some even switch off the lights.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And I like to see what I'm working with.
You know?
You might just turn into a vampire. I think we watch too many movies and shit. Yes. Plus, I'm visual.
Yes.
So dark is not going to help me.
Yeah. So touch.
Yes, touch. It's important. It's I don't know. And if you look at now, for example, women who are in their 40s.
Yeah.
Just yesterday, a woman told me, you know what? After watching your video in that podcast, it's when I realized I'm not mad. I thought I was mad because I'm in my 40s and I'm horny all the time. I thought I left horniness when I was in my 20s. And I told her, no. The minute you're over 35, your entire vulva is fully formed. Your ability to enjoy sex will come more when you're in your 40s than in your 20s.
God damn.
The only difference is, if you look at men, would rather the 20-year-old because she's easier to impress.
Oh.
She makes me look cleverer than I really am.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah, so it's your ego.
Yes.
You're boosting your ego.
And guess what? We're driven by ego.
Yeah.
I want somebody who says, when he opens his mouth, I learn new things. The woman who's in her 40s, she knows me inside out. So
she knows what she wants.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you see the thing is, for her, when she's with a younger man, and I'm not implying all 40-year-olds want a younger man, but when she's with a younger man, she gets her ego pampered in a way I don't. That guy affirms her and says, wow, you're so sexy. And she's thinking,
I'm 41.
You're
What are you on
27.
about?
I wish you were 47, but you know what? I'll live with the fact that I'm sexy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In her mind, she's thinking based on how she's coached that my man should be older than me. But right now, I'm just going to groom this 27-year-old to be what I need. And right now, what I need to feel sexy. I'll buy him his first new really nice suit because that's how I want him in. Casual suits, maybe blazer, whatever, nice jeans, nice shoes, blah, blah, blah. Not all that crap that I see him wearing. And then he's going to be my man.
Yeah.
I've seen women go to the point where she's told him, babe, here's 300,000.
Yeah.
Now be creative. Take me somewhere. Very nice.
Wow.
And that guy takes her somewhere. He feels like the man and she feels like the woman. And she says, if I have to tailor make my own man,
It's
because
fine.
these 47-year-olds don't even want to listen to me,
Yeah.
then so be it.
So it's a theory, and I don't want to generalize too much, but like I feel like
Go ahead.
when women in their 20s are trying to impress men, they're trying to like, I need to do this to impress him in bed. But like in their 40s, they're like, listen, I'm worried about my pleasure now.
Yes.
I'm thinking about...
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's because when she was in her 20s, she never knew there's a time where her pleasure would make sense.
Yeah.
And now she's in her 40s, she's telling you, dude, I'm not going to work very hard because I did that in my 20s.
Yeah.
Got me nowhere.
Yeah.
I was climbing walls, putting myself in positions where I could have. Yeah.
Swings.
At some point, I was a contortionist.
Yes.
It got me nowhere. So right now, I just want to spread my legs slightly and I want to come. So can you give me that or not?
Yeah.
Can you put your face between my legs and just suck me for an hour? Because I used to suck dick for an hour. Got me nowhere.
Got you.
Yes,
nowhere.
me and my vagina was just
Have some
tiny.
clear skin.
Yes.
Hey.
Yeah, when I was in my 20s, I was doing some Tarzan moves.
Yeah.
Got me nowhere.
Yeah.
So now, I don't want my toes to meet my face. Like in my 20s.
Yeah.
Like I said, I was a contortionist. Now I just want good sex, last long enough, and out to come. Are you offering that or not? Whereas in her 20s, it was her job to show this other guy,
Yeah.
I got it.
I got that
Am I pretty
vagina,
enough?
the grip.
Now she doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
Yes? You're not going to suck these boobs any better. My kids have done it very well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whereas before,
Yeah.
it was about, so are my titties nice? Am I pretty?
Yeah.
And she's competing with other girls who are younger. Now
Yeah.
she's like, you know what?
It was very competitive. Yeah, you're competing when you're in your 20s.
Now
and
she's
stuff.
like, yes, Matheka said my vagina is tastier. Now who wants to taste it? Simple as that.
So for the woman, the vulva said it matures now from
Oh,
35.
yes. From
And
35
now-
upwards.
Yeah, it becomes something
Ooh.
else.
Yes. Oh, it becomes something else.
Beautiful. And now for the men, 35 and above, going to their 40s.
I feel
How
just say
does
that-
it-
just-
How does this, is the sex the same?
Okay.
Do they-
Many variables come into it. Today, I can look at it this way. The reason why I can say in my 40s sex is better is because one, at some point I realized I still need to be physically active,
Yeah.
like I was in my 20s and in my teens.
Yeah.
Just because I stopped playing rugby because I got a knee injury doesn't mean I shouldn't go to the gym and just feel nice. There's certain, like testosterone levels of men and even semen count is dropping because one, we don't exercise. And, exercise doesn't mean you're doing a routine in the gym that you don't like. Go to the gym and have fun.
Yes.
Eat foods that make sense. Today you have 19-year-olds who cannot have an erection.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe
Why? Because of the
Viagra, right, though.
foods.
Yeah.
And they're the ones buying Viagra more than anyone
It
else.
doesn't make
They're
sense.
they're eating like processed
You
foods.
see, they're
and
eating a
terrible
lot of
things.
processed foods.
Yeah.
And those foods have chemicals that slow down your sexual body. Fact. Whereas when we were growing up, we ate more what today is called organic.
Yes.
Because then it was not expensive food. It was
Yeah.
what everybody ate.
Yeah.
Now to eat what we ate when we were young,
It's
you have to
quite
pay a premium.
expensive. Yeah.
But food is cheap, but it's processed.
The process of it's cheap. Yeah.
Okay.
You cannot eat Indomie every day. You can't eat, what do they call
KFC.
chips, Me2 and KFC every day. And that's what people are doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And our pizzas,
Yes.
buy one, get one free.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that happening.
Yeah.
It's and guess what? Sometimes it's even cheaper than cooking.
Exactly.
So it now messes up with.
Oh yeah,
It must,
it's
yeah.
going to mess you up.
Yeah.
Because you need to understand our sexual bodies as men, you have to equate it to a car. And I'm saying that because men tend to like sporty stuff, football, whatever. That footballer you're watching, he trains and he takes certain supplements that you don't.
Yeah.
That's why he's fit like that.
Yeah.
He's not fit because he's eating skuma wiki and ugali. He's fit because he's taking supplements that supplement what home foods cannot give you. Now, Kenyan men rely on ugali, chapati, and rice
Yes.
to give you sexual energy. The only energy they give you is enough to ejaculate and make somebody pregnant. But recreational sex needs another fueling. You can't want your penis to perform like a Ferrari, yet you're giving it paraffin.
Ooh, I know that's right. Hey.
You can't be a Formula One driver and start driving vaginas like a tuk-tuk.
You just ruined my idea for a paraffin-filled car. In this economy, whatever that.
Yeah, you just can't. So whenever today I get a lot of calls where, and then the other thing is this, men don't want to help themselves. They reach out to me. Women listen to me. Men, it's almost like you're asking for my help, but it's almost like you want me to beg you to take my advice.
Okay.
When you tell a man, can you lessen your ugali intake, take smaller portions of rice, because nutritional value-wise, rice is far better than ugali. If anything, ugali is a filler. Its nutritional value is crap.
Is there any, to be honest?
Yeah, it's crap.
Yeah.
The guy will be like, no, but you know ugali is my thing. I'm like, dude, aren't we discussing your erection here? You called me, not the other way around. We're not talking about my penis.
Yeah.
We're talking about yours.
Yeah.
So do you want to have a girthy ugali or a girthy penis? You choose. It's your intake. It's not mine. So what happens is, now after you scare the guy, 2 months later, the guy calls you and says, Maurice, my erection is back. That wasn't magic. It's science. Clearly that ugali
Yeah.
and the portions you're taking,
Yeah.
you know the portions that we eat to please our women?
Where?
Your woman says,
I can
Aki,
eat.
my man, he appreciates my food. Look at that. Yet, but you've just eaten 1 kilo of ugali. That's going to make sure that
You're not getting
blood is only going to your abdomen for digestion and your penis is going to get nada. And then we start having another conversation about why aren't you having erections in this home?
Yeah.
Who have you been fucking?
Yeah.
And then there's this ideology that because I've been fucking so much, that's why I can't have an erection. No, I can't have an erection because I'm eating 3 kilos at every sitting. And then you're telling me you love me for it. But clearly, we're also affecting my penis.
Yeah.
So can we reduce
Yes.
this intake?
Yes.
And then see what happens. 2 months later,
Yeah.
wow, have a hearty breakfast and lunch.
Yeah.
But dinner, even if you have to skip it,
It's fine.
and after all, science today has proven one thing. Our pattern of eating is wrong. We're not supposed to be eating 3 meals a day.
It's not necessary.
No.
Yeah.
If anything, you're supposed to give your body at least 18 to 22 hours break so you can digest. We actually eat enough to make sure our bodies run.
Yeah.
But when we pile food after food, we're not even allowing the last meal to be digested.
Yeah.
Now we've got indigestion, we're always at the hospital, it's at the clinic, you can't wake up,
Acidity,
or you've got a headache, you're
Yeah.
clogging your system. Whereas small portions with high nutritional value are better than the 3 kilos we're eating a day. Simple as that. So the guys who are the Masimbas out there,
Yeah.
you'll find they do all these things as a lifestyle.
Okay.
So he always has the energy to perform.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But there's something, whenever I'm in a crowd of guys, I always ask them, have you ever noticed when you're out of town, you don't eat as much as you do when you're at home? Why? Because when you're out of town, your primal instinct to fuck is on alert.
100.
So food is the last thing. Even you don't feel hungry.
Yeah.
You're just hungry for her.
Yeah.
And that's why you find sometimes men start looking for food after the sex. Midnight, 2 a.m. Because now he can eat that food, digest it, sleep, and chill. But if he ate that food and ate the portions he eats at home, you'd find that Nyanyuki road trip would have gone to waste. Because mentally he wants to have her, but his entire sexual body is saying, you've got to give us at least another 6 hours
Okay.
to first digest.
Digest.
Yeah, by then you
Everything
need to
is
wake up and probably go home. It's Saturday night.
I'm trying to think if I've ever felt like, oh, all randy after like a nyam choma nugali.
No,
You're like,
you don't.
Like, no.
You don't.
No.
Mama, sex is the last thing on your mind. And guess what? Those are funny things. Like I can psychologically want to meet you on a date for lunch. And I'm thinking, hey, after lunch, you're my dessert. But if the lunch is heavy, my body literally tells me, now you need to tell her, we'll see another day.
Yeah.
Today ain't gonna work.
It's not happening.
Unless you want to embarrass yourself,
this
is not working.
Yeah. You mentioned Team Masimba.
Yes.
What is Team Masimba?
Team Masimba came about because there was too much mafisi.
Yeah.
And then I realized mafisi are scavengers.
Yes.
Mafisi is what most women meet. In terms of mafisi is in your face. Mafisi is the guy who he'll tell it as it is, but he's a numbers guy. In a club, he'll talk to 10 women, hoping one says yes. Masimba won't do that. Masimba will sit back. If it's a club environment, do some eye contact. But Masimba can easily dismiss the woman if the minute she opens her mouth, what she says does not align with what he saw. Okay. Whereas Mafisi doesn't care whether she has good vibes or not. He just wants to fuck and leave. He's a numbers guy. So Masimba, it's not that people have this illusion that I'm trying to say Masimba is a more romantic guy. He can be romantic, but what does romantic look like today? Because there are women who, if you buy them flowers, they call you weak nowadays. They're not wrong to say that, but neither they're right. When I grew up, buying a girl flowers was a thing. Today, sometimes it may present as weakness or why are you so old-fashioned and why flowers? And did I tell you I want flowers? Whereas before it was a traditional thing. Yeah. So Masimba is just that guy who is keen to a woman's needs and especially sexual.
Okay.
Yeah. So Masimba is not really depicting the whole picket fence thing because that's not really what I'm about. I'm more about what can we do to make the vagina happy.
Yes.
You see, so Masimba is a guy who he wants to pleasure a woman a certain way. Yes, and he thrives from that.
Okay.
He's not the women were born to please us men, not the other way around.
Okay.
That's not Masimba.
Okay.
Yeah, so Masimba is just that guy who is always positive about a woman's ability to have pleasure.
And it's not just women he doesn't know. This goes for his partner, his wife.
Yes.
Okay.
And when you've said the ability to make a woman feel good about herself,
yes.
What will you tell a man to do? Like there are men out there who think, I'm doing the best I can, but she's still not getting an orgasm. She's still not squirting. Yani, it's just that's what you said earlier, sexual compatibility. Yeah. Okay. But then now in terms of now they're together, they're married. He's not going to go anywhere. She's not going anywhere. What can you tell the man to do to please her partner, his partner? Okay.
Before I answer that question, I think what I'm going to say is part of the answer is we need to be very careful in regards to telling that man, because as a man, there are men who have met and they've told me, Matheka, as much as my woman would like to squirt, I don't think she'll ever replace squirting with the lifestyle I give her. So I don't need to be good in bed. I just need to make money. It turns her on. It gives her the lifestyle she wants. She drives the car she wants. She goes on the holidays she wants. Our kids are in international schools that she wants. So this squirting of yours is neither here nor there. And there's nothing you're going to tell that guy. Okay. If you tell that guy, oh, you should be more sensual to the vagina, he'll be like, dude, while I'm being sensual, you just come and pay my bills as well. So basically, that guy just told you, fuck off.
Yeah.
So it's very dangerous to tell men that you should be more gentle or you should do this to a vagina. There's a guy who's like, you know what, dude? That's not my job. If she really needs her vagina, whatever, let her go out there, find a guy who does it, as long as I don't know about it. Me, I know what makes me feel like a man. I do my part.
Okay.
I'm never going to suck her vagina. It's never going to happen. You're saying?
Yeah.
So there's no answer that fits to all men.
Okay.
I think the way the world is, and it's just the way it is, your husband is not always going to be the guy who sucks your vagina. The same way your wife is not the woman who you're going to think is going to be the kinkiest woman on earth. Because if you look back to why you're together, none of those things that you want now were part of your criteria. When you took her out on a date, you didn't ask her, by the way, blowjob, where do you fare out of 10? Please tell me you're around 7, 8, 9. Because if you're a 2, I can't marry you.
Yeah.
You never asked that for those questions. If anything, you were looking at the plastic thing of, are you a potential good mother?
Yeah.
Are you be a respectable wife? But in my head, I'm just thinking, but I'm going to be kunjaing you, but I'm only thinking this way because I'm not yet your husband.
Yes.
The minute I'm your husband,
Yes.
for a lot of African men, now perception changes. Now I'm serious.
Yeah.
The jokes I used to have about your nipples, we can't have those jokes. And that's why you find
Why does that change?
like let's say the two of you, you're my pals, and we've been out of town so many times as a group, and I love your company, my woman loves your company, our group loves your company, and you were just boyfriend and girlfriend. But in June, you got married. Before June, I'll call him up and be like, how's she doing? Is she coming for this outing? I do. Hey, you should see Naka dress she bought. Now, me and your man are literally talking. We've sexualized you. But the minute
As soon as you're married.
you become wife,
Yeah.
not even my tone with
Yeah.
him is different. So how is she?
Yeah.
You can think we're talking about somebody who's dying in a hospital.
And why is that? Why is that? What happens?
I call it like this. They become almost quote unquote sacred beings.
Yes,
Like they're not.
You stop being. You're now in the sanctity of our mothers.
No, it
Yes.
shouldn't be like that.
It shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be that way.
Yeah.
But the minute you're married, you and my mom are pals.
So now that you see now that lies in that problem.
Yeah.
Of where now in bed now everything now becomes very vanilla.
Now I can't even. Do you know I can't call you?
What do you mean?
I used to call you. You
No,
used
no,
to tell
yeah,
him.
yeah.
Yes.
But then Maurice called. That guy is
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
2 weeks you were and him
Yeah.
is okay
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah.
But now
Oh no.
he'll be like, Maurice called you.
Why?
When he doesn't have my number. Now it's an issue.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why?
By the way, between the three of us, we know that you and I'll never look at you that way.
Yes.
And we've done this for so long.
Yes.
So it should have happened when you guys were still casual.
Yeah.
But now there's another reinforcement of protection, who should be calling my wife. And guess what? I probably introduced you guys.
Yeah.
Yes.
But now I'm the foreigner.
Yes.
Why? That shouldn't change.
But it does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
I've seen it happen with my friends.
Yeah. I've
Where
seen
I'm
it
like,
happen as well.
So she's not coming. Hey, nowadays she's my mom.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Why?
I'm like, she's 25. You can think we're discussing a woman who's 75.
Yeah.
You
What
know.
the hell?
Yeah, she's my mama.
Yeah.
No. Hey, hey, dude. I don't want to expose her to
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Expose her to what that you haven't before? What the hell are you talking about?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, I have to protect her. From what? Wildebeest? What the hell?
Yeah.
Or the hyenas.
There you go.
Yeah.
The feces out there.
Yeah.
Yet, he was the kind of guy who used to be like, I love it when guys are all over my mama. Because she's my mama. There was that pride. But now suddenly she can be stolen.
After you've put her
Yes,
on it.
why the insecurity? Yet, now that you're married, now is when you're supposed to be the craziest
Exactly.
ever.
Thank you.
Now you go into that picket fence model and you're serious and I'm Mr. So-and-so. You start remembering what village you're from, yet you've only been to that village 3 times.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the
And I
hell?
think it gets even worse once she becomes a mother. Like now there's the wife.
Yes.
And then now when she becomes a mom, that's even worse. That's
Yes.
just like,
No.
dude.
You're even told
That's not
to
even a
cut
sexual
out-
being anymore.
Cut out all your single
She
friends.
doesn't even have sex anymore. Like the baby just popped out somehow. I don't know.
I know.
But you don't talk about sex. No.
And
Now-
that's where guys get it wrong.
Now, if that is the reality,
Yeah.
are you surprised that there's a guy in a supermarket who's going to see her pushing that trolley and he is going to do his best to remind her you're sexy?
Yeah.
Hey,
Me,
Maurice.
if that girl of yours has forgotten you're sexy,
Yeah.
hey, me, the things I'm seeing right now. What? Hey, and my boys, we were thinking of going somewhere this weekend. So
Are you game?
Yeah, you game. Like, I'll even print paperwork for you to say you're going on a seminar.
Yeah.
Present those
To your
at home.
husband.
Yeah.
Yes. I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
If you need to go back home with 50 G's,
Yes.
Yeah, I got you.
I got you.
Yeah.
So are we doing this or not?
Yeah.
Do you think women don't feel like, God,
Yeah.
it's been a long time.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so tempted. And there are women who take the deal.
Yeah.
They'll take the deal.
Yes.
Because that weekend, she's going to feel like a girl again. And I'm sorry. When we're not encouraging people to fuck around, we're just reminding people, if you're not sorting out your person, someone else will. And guess what? All of us, both men and women, we love to be told we're cute.
Yeah.
We love to be told you're sexy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If some woman comes and starts playing with my beard and says, "Oh my God, you're so cute," I start blushing. Even at my age, I'm blushing. Oh no, you don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Oh, you play with my beard. You love to play with so many other things. Don't do that. You see, we forget we're humans. We're not immune to smiling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Imagine your husband tells you, "I never want to see you in a swimsuit because you're my wife.
Yeah.
I don't want you to present." Then there's another guy who's like, "You know what?
Why aren't you in
You're
a
going
swimsuit?"
yes, why aren't you in a swimsuit?"
What's this you're wearing?
Yes.
My
And
cousin
why
a
is it
t-shirt.
not that revealing? Please.
So excuse me.
We're going to the tuck shop and we're buying you another swimsuit.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then he tells you, "Ooh, now that one, that's the one you should be wearing every day."
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh. Yeah.
By the time
Yeah.
you get home, kids are thinking, "Mom is so happy.
Glowing.
She is so like God. Mom, even the food was tasty." Yes, that's because mom's vagina has been ravished in all the right ways.
Yes. Maurice. Thank you for coming and stating it as it is.
And
Yeah.
it's just, let's just be real. When we talk
Yes.
about some of these things, let's just be
Yes.
real, man.
Yeah.
And guess what? It applies to all of us. If we're not doing our shit, somebody else is going to do it. It's as simple as that. And it all goes back to they'll do it because at their home, they're not as free as they are with my wife. So we need to sort that out. These Java coffees are very dangerous.
Yes.
Because that's where people are feeling
Yes.
as we have our mocha.
Yeah.
Why didn't I meet you all those years ago? How come you get me like this?
Oh wow.
Yeah, I think they add something that's not in those coffees.
They do, eh?
But let me ask you, if there's one thing you would like to demystify
Yes.
that we haven't talked about or
Right.
we haven't kind of gone into,
In
what
what-
would that be?
In what context?
In a sexual context. Is
Yeah.
there anything that you would like to just say, hey, guys?
It's like this.
Okay, one is because I get asked this a lot by women. When my man is out there playing, is he giving them sex that he doesn't give me at home? And most of the time, the answer is no, he's not. If your man is a 5-minute guy,
Yeah, it's not going to be like,
there's no other 5-minute added to that 5 minutes.
Okay.
yeah, the same.
Yes, and this has also been confirmed with the fact that also a lot of my clients are also somebody's side chick, and she's like, you know what? I just feel sorry for the wife because she needs to deal with that dick every day. I only see him once a month. Yeah, and I see him because there are other benefits other than the dick.
He pays my rent.
Yes,
Does the shopping.
and when he asks me if I've come 20 times, I tell him yes. Matter of fact, I came 22.
Oh, yeah.
And who's counting?
Yeah.
Because he pays my rent.
Yeah.
So he's not doing anything different. And for him, he pays rent, not because he loves her, because paying rent is cheaper than paying a lodging or a hotel.
Yeah.
If you look at the math,
Yeah.
rent is a
lot.
one-off.
Yes.
And then that's my place to fuck. So there I find another guy there. The rules that come with that rent.
Yes.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And she's relevant because she's a thrill. And she's a thrill because we are in an environment where, as a couple, we can't be as free as those two are. She's asked him questions that make him more excitable, whereas at home, we can't ask the same question. He allows her to play with sex toys,
Yeah.
yet in his home, sex toys are not allowed.
Yeah.
And that's really fucked up.
Yeah. Well,
But you see, where he's forgetting is his woman is a target for another guy who is in his home, sex toys are not allowed. But he'll tell your wife that you're not allowed to have sex toys and I bought you 3.
oof.
Do you see?
Yeah.
So it's a merry-go-round. So why can't you be the couple that's so different from others so that you can survive even in the sex realm? You can. And to be honest, we have too much choice nowadays.
Yes, it's quite easy to get sex nowadays.
Yes.
It's so easy.
And that's what I always say, dry spell is a choice.
Yes.
It is a choice.
I agree.
Yo.
I agree.
Yes.
Mutesh, yeah.
No, it is a choice.
It is.
And I say that because it's not hard to have sex in Kenya. It's far harder to have sex in the UK. True or false?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or in Germany. Or even in that Spain. Unless you're going to a brothel and paying for it.
Yeah.
Or you're calling a call girl.
Yeah.
Things just don't work socially as they do here. Yeah, in the UK, they call it going out for the pool. But the pool in the UK versus the pool in Kenya, the pool in UK, you really have to have game.
Ooh. Okay.
Whereas in Kenya, it's so random.
Yeah.
And I love Kenya because Kenya is the only place where you go to your local in slippers, but somehow you end up in Naivasha.
You know?
With a chick.
Yes.
Somehow. Like,
Somehow.
that guy?
Okay. That's fine.
But now, all I can advise is,
Yeah.
in your 40s, if you want to have sex, don't use the same formulas you've used when you are younger.
Okay. What do you mean?
Have sex because it's going to be served right. The perception that men have with, like, let's say you're going to be 40.
Yeah.
I want to take you to Naivasha, but I have a feeling you're going to school me when we get to Naivasha. And schooling me is you're going to ask me questions I don't want to answer in Naivasha.
Yes.
It's the perception we have of the older woman. Like, she's going to ask me, so you're just fucking me this weekend?
So what are we?
So
what are we?
No, but you're not going to ask me, what are we, the way a 20-year-old would. You're
Like,
going to
what's-
put too much perspective into it.
Yes. What does
You know,
this mean?
I've been down this road, I've done this rodeo.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm having to deal with other penises that are not even in the room. They did shit to you that now I need to answer for. Like, Matheka, Masimba, are you going to be the guy who's different now that I'm in my 40s? At that point, my penis has shrunk. Yeah, like I need a magnifying glass to look for it. Like, where did you go?
Yeah.
Because the vibes I thought we were going to have are so different.
Yeah.
And then we're not going to paint all 40-year-old women with this, but it's a perception we have, so you have to break it. A lot of men tell me when I've gone out of town with an older woman, she tends to be too structured.
Okay.
She wants to ask things like, so did you call the chef in advance, assuming we hired like a villa to ourselves or a cottage? Did you send him the menu that I formulated? In my head, I'm thinking, you're the only menu that really makes sense right now. Fuck the food. So did you tell him that he needs to at least make breakfast by 8? So by the time we wake up at around midday, then like, who gives the only sausage you should be thinking about is the one between my legs? Who gives a shit? Like, we'll just work it out. And when we get there, why are you suddenly unpacking? We've not moved here.
I feel like when you're in your 20s, those even the ladies were kind of like
forget
just,
you have
they
like,
don't,
yeah,
let's
like,
go. Let's,
yes.
Figure it out.
we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Like, why are you still on your shoal?
Yeah. And
This
that
place
was,
is
I
home.
think, that was the excitement of like being young and just like,
and why are you wearing those socks like we're about to climb Mount Kenya? Like, it's warm here where we are. Like right now, like you should be telling me, can you get rid of that person? Because I want to walk around naked. That is why I came here with you.
But isn't there like
my
self-conscious? Like there's something self-conscious. Maybe like unfortunately, a lot of women need to like shed, just get rid of it.
Yes, but the difference is this. No, it's good you've mentioned that, but you see the difference is this. I'm describing a woman who I've taken to Naivasha because we may not be in a relationship, but we've done enough talking for the Naivasha to happen. You see? But now she's behaving like my chick. However, if she was just having some Naivasha booty call, she'd be naked. She'd be telling that guy, me and my boobs, the way you just take your... And that guy just thinking your boobs are amazing. Yeah, the most amazing boobs ever. So she's freer with that guy, but with me, who she sees some seriousness, she's not as free. Isn't that some bullshit?
Yes. Yes.
You wonder why guys want to be side guys nowadays? Because main guy is not getting what he needs. Main guy is getting, we're unpacking, we're calling chefs. Like, when we're having a threesome with the chef. And he's male. So that ain't going to work out too well for most guys.
Yeah.
Why are we even discussing the chef?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whereas we need to get there and you just tell me, you know what, let's just go with the flow.
I wish women would be less self-conscious about their bodies, especially. Just imagine most men are just like, hey,
If only you knew.
if you only knew what I'm seeing right now.
Yes, and that's why I always tell women, you look at your breasts as saggy. I'm happy they're here.
Yeah.
There's nothing sagging about your breasts. I'm happy that they're here.
Yes.
We got here. We managed.
Yeah.
This I've actually achieved. The breasts that are about to mutilate my body. That's the most amazing thing. When you're riding me, they're just cushioning my face and boxing me. This is the best match ever. Do you see what I'm saying? Because as it is, we love your femininity. We love a woman who can say, you know what? My breasts are a bit droopy, but you're going to suck the hell out of them, aren't you? Yes, I am.
That
You have no idea.
That confidence is...
You need to understand, and this is maybe something men don't reveal. We have been with breasts that are not saggy, and she was the most boring woman ever. She's chiseled. She's what you women call a woman.
Yeah.
As for me, that was a wasted road trip. She's plastic.
Yeah.
She looks into the mirror too much. And then she looks in the mirror with all her chisel looks and finds a problem.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I wish my left breast was not bigger than the right.
Don't we all?
I'm like, how many fucking judges are there here? Like, is this a contest? Like, you're cracking. You're it.
Yeah.
You're what women want to be. And you're here turning me into a therapist in Nyanyuki. Wow. The only reason why I booked this place is because it had a jacuzzi.
Yeah.
Somehow I don't see us using it.
Yeah.
Because we're not having banter that's fun.
Okay.
Because her body looks smashing, but everything that's coming out of her mouth is relating to some insecurity that right now, we all have insecurities, but I've not brought mine. This is not the place for us to channel them.
You can find the biggest guts. He will take his clothes off right there and then.
Yes.
Be like, yo, let's
Yes.
do this. Yeah.
Yes.
Let's do this.
Yes.
Hey.
And then there's another guy, because he used to gym and look a certain way, and now he doesn't have that gut, but he has he's more insecure than the gut guy because he knows where he used to be.
Okay. Yeah.
You're no longer 19.
Yes.
You're 52.
Yes.
You look good, but the only person who thinks you don't is you.
Yourself.
And sometimes that confidence is what makes our people go like,
Oh, yeah.
that is sexy. Oh, that is sexy.
Yes.
Confidence is sexy though.
Yes.
Confidence
Not
is sexy.
the chisel look.
No.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with it, but
Yeah.
it can also come with its own. So it's important that, please, in your 40s, have sex because it is like ice cream you like.
Yes.
Don't complicate the model of relationship we should have.
Yeah.
You're allowed to do that when you're in your 20s. Right now, have sex for your vagina, not for you. In your 20s, you may be allowed to ask those questions. Who are we? Where are we going? Blah, 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 blah. And then, cocky as I was, I will always give you answers.
That you want to hear.
No.
you were cocky.
No, I'm cocky. So if you ask me things like, so who are we? I'll be like, well, we're humans. Last time I checked. Yeah, that's who I was. I don't want to give you a false attitude in regards to who we really are. Right now we're together. That's it. You want to force me, and that's why I always tell women: men are not natural liars. We just live in environments where we have to lie. Many men have to lie to get vagina, versus the ones who tell the truth and go home and masturbate. Fact. Men who have lived long enough on this earth know how that game works.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's just tiring because I've played second fiddle to so many guys. I say that and a guy like, you? Second fiddle? Yes. And it's only because I wasn't willing to lie as good as men can lie. Like men know what women want to hear.
Yeah.
Too often I've been next to a guy who's chatting up a mama and I'm listening and I'm like, this guy is getting some like tonight.
Yeah.
Because the shit that's coming out of his mouth, I would never say it. Can I say it? Yes. But the problem is it escalates to that day. Do you remember what you told me?
Oh,
And
yes.
chances are I can't because what I was formulating to get you into bed faster. So if you're the kind of woman that's channeling the energy of I've beaten down by so many men and I just want a man who's focused on me, I can focus. You have no idea the kind of focus. You see, I know all about prawn cocktails and shit like that. You know, I got friends who play the piano.
Yeah.
I know how to seduce you. I know how to create your vagina. Your vagina will be talking to you and saying like, let's call him now. Like, I know we don't initiate usually, but we need to call him.
Yeah.
We need that guy.
Before he gets somebody else.
Yeah.
I know how to get you there. But the problem is it's falsehood. It's as easy as once I have my fun, if I wasn't fully committed, I'll start to back away. You call me a player, but you put me in a position where I had to do this to get you. I couldn't just say, but I've met you and I'm sexually attracted to you.
Let's go.
That won't go. Yes, that won't go down well. Oh, who do you think you are? Blah, blah, blah. I'm not that kind of a girl. So I'll play the kind of girl you want me to see.
Yeah.
The kind of girl who wants to hear certain things.
Yeah.
We can be so good at that, but it's crap. So what I used to do is I'll tell a girl, look, why don't you just pick him, considering he seems to be saying all the right things.
Yeah.
And then once you're done, holla.
God damn. Tomorrow morning.
And guess what?
Maurice.
At some point, they started hollering.
Of course. Of course.
And they won't holler like a month later. She can even holler a year later and be like, you know what? I think I should have just gone for you because you were real.
Yeah.
But what I fell for was what I wanted to hear. You were not providing that. We met the first time and you started telling me how I'm going to be squirting in your mouth. I wasn't ready for that, Maurice. Yeah, but with this guy, I haven't been squirting anywhere. Motherfucker, my vagina has been traumatized for a year. So is your squirting offer still on? And I'm there going like, of course it is.
Of course. Of
Yeah,
course.
let me send you the pin.
Hey.
I'm gonna pin you up tonight.
Hey.
We should have done this a year ago. But you fell for what you wanted to hear, and I could not give you that.
Yeah. So
Well, go back
ladies need to
yeah.
go for the straightforward person.
Yeah, but we're not gonna hold our breath either because women don't like hearing the truth. You say you want the truth from us. Your truth is the lies we give you.
Yes,
and I've met enough
unfortunately.
women who have told me, yes, Matheka, you're right.
Yeah,
The lies are
unfortunately.
so sweet. You know, you're so direct. Now, how are you telling me you want to suck my vagina? So you tell me something more flowery. I'm like, yeah, but what if I end up with a flowery dick, which your vagina doesn't like? My words are flowery, but your vagina doesn't want flowery. You see? So we'll step back. And even in the social world, I've always found it more prudent. Like if there's one woman and you can see many guys like her, just whisper in her ears that, you know what, once you're done with the muck, holler at the man.
Hey.
You've planted a seed that no one else is planting.
Yes.
Everyone else is teteing themselves and also backbiting you. Oh, that Matheka guy is going to waste your time. And as you remember, but Matheka said the Mark. And you sound like Mark right now. Because he's not said anything negative about you guys. And you guys are already trashing him. So those guys actually, they're playing in my favor. Every negative thing they say about me is a bonga point.
Yes.
And all I need to do is be patient. It's like a vagina that's marinating. And somebody else is doing the marinating for me.
Hey.
I didn't have to buy any charcoal.
No.
I just had to eat the meat. It just and the older you get to know that some of these things. Let's put it this way: when I was young, there's a time if a woman slips away, I used to think the earth has ended. There's no other vagina; it's just her.
Oh yeah.
Life has ended. And then one day it just hit me. Nope, it's not ended. If anything, it's getting better.
Okay.
And it's getting better because you get to know what to say, when to say it, and just what to sell. All of us, when we're caughting each other, it's like going fishing. Just use the right bait. One thing about being an angler, which I love fishing, is you've got to be patient. you'll never catch your prize if you're not patient.
Yeah.
And that's why these other guys who are so fast and whatever, they'll get you to all these dinners, but they won't get any. Sometimes men complain that the guy who didn't talk a lot in the club went home with the girl.
Yes. We always do that. We always go with the quiet one.
Yes, because the quiet one knew his strategy.
Yes.
You guys, watch how you blubber and you show off all the gins and the whiskeys you can buy.
You can buy whiskey. You can
I
buy
landed a contract.
Yo, by that contract, that 10 million contract.
But
The deal.
at the corner of her eyes, she's going like, yeah, but I'm going home with that guy.
Yeah, that quiet man right
why
there.
the fuck? Why are you so quiet?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. Kumba, the quiet guy, is very loud with your vagina.
Yes. Oh, Maurice.
Nice.
Yeah.
That was
I
nice.
think we'll leave it there. But I still have more questions.
Yeah.
But I think we can do it like a part 2 maybe.
Yeah, we can do it.
Yeah, we can do a part 2.
That'd be cool.
For real. That would be
Yeah.
cool. That would
Okay,
be
I
cool.
like that. I like that.
That'd
I
be
think I've
cool.
got more questions. Hey. Yeah. And we can even get some questions from guys.
Yes,
if
yes,
possible,
yes.
and women if they have more questions
definitely.
as well. Yeah,
Yeah.
so send them through.
Yes.
But is there anything you'd like to plug at all? Anything at all that you would like to plug? Like,
Yeah,
while
do
you're
you have
here?
an event?
Events,
Something?
things that anything, business,
Your business.
anything.
I do have an event called The Mingle, and basically what it is it usually takes place in either a standalone house or an Airbnb somewhere in Nairobi.
Yeah.
And The Mingle is basically where just people pay a certain fee to come and mingle with like-minded people.
Okay.
And there's usually like a play room as well for any guys who just want to get kinky and stuff. Yeah, and just follow my socials. Follow me on Instagram and stuff like that, and on Facebook.
Yes,
That's where I
throw
usually
those
post
in
these
the-
things. Yes, and also you can hit me up on WhatsApp. I do respond at some point.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do also have WhatsApp tutorials
Yes.
that I have members signing up to, which have also helped people. So yeah, but definitely let's the next mingle should be in November.
Okay. Once a month?
No. Once every 2 months.
Once every 2 months.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Okay.
Okay.
Great.
Ooh.
Yeah, I will stick all that information in the
Yes.
show notes.
Yes.
So yeah, you'll know exactly where to find Maurice. And yeah, I think that'll be
You can
cool,
go and
yeah.
mingle.
Yeah. She was asking about where these things happen.
Yeah, apparently he goes for them alone.
No, I don't go.
Oh, you do?
I've been to some.
Oh, you've been to some, huh? We shall
You
discuss.
should discuss. So we need to get Haika there.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, no, but thank you so much for coming through here, and
Thank you so
really
much.
appreciate
Yes.
you giving up your time and coming through.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me.
Yes.
I will be back.
Yes, please,
Definitely.
please. Yes. So where can they find us, Haika?
They can find us on Instagram at the Gen Y Party with Haika and Mutesh.
Yes.
They can find us on TikTok, Gen Y Pod
Yes.
with Haika and Mutesh. They can find us on YouTube.
Yes.
Gen Y Party with Haika and Mutesh.
Absolutely. And yes, again, any long form questions you have or anything you want to discuss,
Yeah.
we've got an email as well. That's genypoddy@gmail.com. That's genwhypoddy@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much again.
Yes, thank you
Thank
so
you.
much,
And
Maurice.
And guys, we'll see you again next week. And until then, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, take care of your minds and your bodies. And we'll see you again next week.
Bye.
Peace.
Later.